Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube, and I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for this week ahead. I sound a bit funny. I realise now I haven't really talked this morning. So anyway, I'm here. A couple of things before I start. I'm currently unwell. I'm recovering, so I might sound a bit off or look a bit pale. This is normal. I'm feeling better today than I have all week, well, for the last few days, so that's a bonus. Also, it might sound a bit strange, but a few weeks ago I had decided, because we're moving house, that I'm going to have to change the weekly guidance to Wednesdays. And my plan on paper from a few weeks ago was to start that next week. So because I couldn't do the weekly guidance on Monday because I was very unwell, and I've woken up today after 12 hours of sleep feeling great, I feel better than what I sound, I've decided to start the Wednesday guidance from this week. So I thought this was actually a great opportunity to come in and share with you today. I had actually thought a few weeks ago, how am I going to transition? How am I going to go from Monday to Sunday and then go from Wednesday till Tuesday? And it might sound a bit sort of weird, but that's the way it's just going to have to be while we are moving house, until I get things settled and sorted, because my Mondays are now going to be taken up with other things, physical things that I need to do. So this is an opportunity now for us to switch up the weeks, to bring a bit of freshness into the weekly guidance. So we're not going to be going from Monday to Sunday, at least not for the next couple of months. It's going to be Wednesday till Tuesday. Sounds a bit weird, but we're just going to go with it. And I feel quite excited with the weekend, sort of, instead of the weekend tying up the weekend's going to be smack bang in the middle of the weekly guidance, so it should be cool. Anyway, welcome. I can't see you very well because it's very sunny here, but welcome. I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. So there are 110 cards in this deck, and I'll be using this deck to find the best cards for this week ahead. So that's this week starting Wednesday, the 13th of April, through till Tuesday, the 19th of April. And we've got a little visitor, someone who's come to say good morning. Good morning. It's beautiful Wednesday morning here. It's autumn, beautiful sunny autumn weather, and the time is exactly 9:19, it looks like, AM. So welcome. I trust you've been led here for a reason, so I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. As always, please take on board what feels right, what resonates, and what fits into your life easily at this time, and let the rest go. So think of this as a guide only. And welcome everybody. I see that no one's saying they can't hear me, so I think we're working. So I'm holding the intention now, shuffling the cards to ask for the best cards that the majority of us need for this week, starting Wednesday the 13th of April through to Tuesday the 19th of April 2022. So I'm shuffling, holding that intention until I feel I need to stop. Okay, 13th to the 19th of April, the best cards. Split the deck into two, and I'm just going to duck down here and place the cards down. So just bear with me a second. Okay, so, oops, just flipped over the last card. So we have 7 cards, 3 Animal Kingdom in a row, and then 4 Speed of Light in a row, which was not planned. It's just the way it happened to be. So let's turn these over. Okay, so I'm seeing cards I've been seeing recently too, so this is really interesting. Let me just put the deck down. We've got no featured cards. The first card we're starting with, so Wednesday is the beginning of this weekly guidance. So Wednesday the 13th of April. And we have the Wolf, card 48. It says to secure your boundaries. Secure those boundaries. So this is very much about looking on Wednesday where we're giving our power away or who we're giving our power away to. It might be situations, it might be things that have happened in the past, it might be dishonest people or frustrating situations. It could be anything, but something that we're being asked to be aware of, especially Wednesday, is where we're giving our power away or what is taking up our time, our mind, our attention. What's taking up airspace for us on Wednesday? And how can we, what do we need to do to perhaps detach, to step back, to let go, and maybe to secure or step back and secure our boundaries again. So we're not giving our power away. So I think of it as like attachments or cords that come out of us and go to these situations that are taking up that airtime or consuming us at this time, that are taking our power away. So these cords come out from us and go to these things, and we kind of keep that cord or that situation or that energy or that person or what happened, we keep it alive through that cord of connection. So it's like that cord slips past our boundaries, our boundary line. And here we're giving our power away for whatever reason it might be. So on Wednesday we're being encouraged to really pay attention to where we're giving our power away, where are we feeling powerless, what is taking up airtime, and what is taking up unnecessary time for us right now that doesn't need to be, and how can we perhaps sever or cut those cords of attachment and look at how we can resecure our boundaries, which means resecure our energy so we're not giving our power away to these, whatever this situation might be. So securing our boundaries and looking at where we're giving our power away feels to be very important for Wednesday. So this is about sort of like consolidating our energy again, instead of spreading ourselves too thin. So it could be tasks or things that we're doing, but often it is things that are taking up airtime or things that are frustrating us, that seems to be consuming us at the time, or we might be a bit obsessed with this sort of thing. So how can we get our power back and resecure our boundaries? In some cases it may be to say no, it may be to shut some doors, it may be to disconnect. It may be to sever attachments that we have to things or to people or the past, or our attitude, our ideas, or even our expectations that may be present on Wednesday. So then we're going to move over to Thursday. We'll just go day by day at this point. Thursday the 14th of April, and we have this card, which is the Lion, card 11. The Lion says to be balanced with your responsibilities. So really looking on Thursday at our responsibilities, our priorities, how we're spending our time, what we are responsible for or obligated to, these types of things as well, and making sure we're balanced in these tasks or these duties or these obligations that we are assigned with or have assigned ourselves at this time. So this is not dissimilar to what I'm feeling actually with the Wolf, which is, securing our boundaries, reclaiming our power, getting our power back, or in other words, stop giving our power away, or looking at where we are giving our power away. There is a similar feeling here too with the Lion in being balanced with the things that we're responsible for, or the things that we're obligated to, or that are our priorities at this time. So let's make sure on Thursday that we're feeling balanced in this way. Are we lopsided in our energy, our responsibilities, or what we're doing in our daily sort of in our day at this time, but especially Thursday. There is also an element with this card that talks about the leader within us, and it encourages us to step up into that role of leader for ourselves in our life. Take responsibility for our actions, responsibility for how we feel, and how a situation or something that's going on may be triggering an emotion or a reaction in us. We can take responsibility for that. You know, it's easy to step back and go, well, it's that person's fault because they did that this way, that way, or they shouldn't have done it like this or shouldn't have done it like that. It's easy to sit back and blame someone else or a situation for making us feel this way. But there is an element here that is, you know, how can we take how can we step back a little bit, take a different perspective and look at this from an angle of, okay, this is the way I feel, I'm responsible for this feeling. How can I shift through it? How can I heal it? How can I release it? How can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? So instead of being a victim to what something's happened or the way someone else may have made us feel or a situation may have made us feel, how can, instead of taking that role of victim, how can we take responsibility for what we're feeling, own it, work through it, release it, grow from it, learn from it, and move on. So there is a different perspective of a situation that feels like it might be coming in for Wednesday and Thursday. So how can we step back from a situation that feels like it's draining, like it's like we feel victim to, like we feel maybe helpless about or scattered or confused about? How can we change our role, change our perspective of this situation so that we can move towards our healing and moving forward? I trust that makes sense. Okay, Friday the 15th of April. We have our friend again that came up recently, card 37, the Penguins. And the Penguins says, unbreakable bond. So this is talking about on Friday a very special or an unbreakable bond or connection that is being highlighted that we have with another person. Now, usually this person isn't with us in the physical sense in regards to them being right next to us right now. Now, it could be somebody in spirit who's in quite that distance, you know, who's not actually in the physical body anymore. So it could be someone in spirit. It could be someone who's not with us, like a child that's recently left home, or a partner who's travelling or working elsewhere. There's a distance somehow, a physical distance usually with this card and this person that this is talking about. So we're being lovingly and supportively reminded that that bond that we have with someone who's not with us right now, for whatever reason, that bond is strong and it's unbreakable, and there's no distance that can sever or break that bond. So I think of this as like a healthy connection, a loving connection, a supportive connection that we have with another person. So if you feel this sense of sadness because this person's not here right now, or they might be dealing with something on the other side of town or the other side of the country or the other side of the world, or they may be in spirit, please find comfort in your heart, in our hearts, to know that that bond we have with them is unbreakable. And like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, you know, let's continue to send this person love instead of worry, if we can. So that's for Friday. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Let's move on now to Saturday the 16th of April, and we have card 38, Focus. So this might be a really good, there's a feeling here on Saturday that some of us are getting our focus back. So for some of us who have been maybe unwell, like I have been, I've been finding it very difficult to focus. So I'm slowly getting my focus back, which is another reason why I'm here, because I want to get my brain back into focusing again. So there's this feeling here that by Saturday, a lot of us who have been feeling a bit out of focus are going to get our focus back. So there is this sense, even like I'm seeing this as like focusing our eye or focusing a camera, that the focus may have been a bit blurry in these last few days, but by the time we get to Saturday, there is this feeling that we've got our focus back. So our eyes are focused again, our camera is focused again. So there's this acute focusing that feels like it comes to be for Saturday. Now this is card 38. Focus. It says holding position, timing and growth. So not only is this about focus, but it's about trusting in perfect timing, and we might find that something comes up, a door opens up or something's revealed, something happens on Saturday that is part of good timing, perfect timing, divine timing. There is also, and this card I'm pretty sure came up last week, this is about also holding our position when there might be naysayers or people around us who are not on the same page or don't understand what we're trying to say, or they may have an opinion that they want to cast or throw onto us about our life, about our path, about our choices, this sort of thing. So it's really important that, you know, if people have advice and we want to listen to it and it's good advice, yes, we can take that. We don't have to rebel or repel all types of advice, because there are gems in some. But we don't have to believe what naysayers or what other people's opinions are of us or as a particular situation in our life at this time. So what we've been reminded to do is hold true and hold strong in our position, in our truth, in who we are, and not allow naysayers or people that just don't get the bigger picture of why we've made that decision or why we've chosen that path, and not let these types of people or words get us down. So let's not take things too personally on Saturday. Let's hold true to ourselves and true to our position, true to our choices, taking responsibility for why we chose this path, why we made that decision, why we're going down that particular course. The cat has come to say hello again. Are we going to get 2 hellos in a day, in one session? Come on. She's come over for some more cuddles. So, yeah, let's hold our position and remain true to ourselves, our heart, and what we know is right for us. Because in truth, we know ourselves better than anyone else is going to know us. And if you don't feel that you know yourself the best out of anyone who could know you, then that may also be, an indicator, maybe to look further at ourselves and get to know ourselves better. Because, we should know us best. So who knows you best is a question I would then pose to you. Who knows you best? Who do you feel knows you better than anybody else? And if you're straight away thinking my partner, my mother, my best friend or what have you, then I would, and if that was me and I answered that way, I would be kind of alert to that and be thinking, okay, why do I think this person knows me better than what I know myself? So it could also be a bit of an eye-opener as to, okay, maybe I need to step things up a bit. Maybe I need to spend some good quality time with myself, listen to what I'm feeling, listen to what I'm thinking, pay attention to my attitude, and really get to know myself better, so that in the future, when asked who knows you best, then you can maybe say yourself. So that's what I'm feeling for Saturday. Now Sunday the 17th of April, we've got Sacred Haven, card 5. And it says gratitude, connect, reflect, and stand still. This is a counting our blessings card. Stopping to smell the roses, count our blessings, and really think about and really feel deeply in our heart what or who we are grateful for. So Sunday feels to be a great day to appreciate, to feel grateful, to practice gratitude, and to even tell people that we're grateful for them. You know, if we're thinking, and I just tend to do this automatically now, but if I think, oh wow, that person helped me so much in that area, or I feel like they're working really hard, I am going to step up and speak up about it, because I think it's nice to hear when you really feel appreciated, or when someone's really appreciating you. So what do you appreciate? Who do you appreciate on Sunday? And maybe using that time of appreciation to stop, to maybe recenter, to count our blessings, and to really look how far we've come. Sometimes we spend way too much time thinking about all the things that aren't going right, or that we're not grateful for, or the things that are missing. And it may knock us off balance. So it's almost like Sunday's a day, almost a bit of a pause perhaps, or at some point where we can just stop and smell the roses, count our blessings, and really think about the things that we genuinely feel grateful for, the people we genuinely feel grateful for on Sunday. So then I'm continuing, because at the moment our readings are going to go from Wednesday to Tuesday. So we've got Monday and Tuesday still to go. Monday, the 18th of April, we've got card 39, Twin Flame. And this card says, union, love, togetherness, equal and effort. So this is about relationships and this sense of seeing eye to eye. It could be a lover, a close relationship, or any sort of relationship with someone. It could be from close lover relationship to maybe a close friend or some acquaintance that we're connecting with a lot with right now. There's this feeling of seeing eye to eye with another person. This card does suggest that there's effort required. So there may be an effort required to reach out, to maybe thank someone for their efforts, or even notice the collaboration, or that seeing eye to eye at the moment that's really working well. So it could be great to resolve things, great to get projects happening, great to have conversations to clear the air, or whatever it might be. So these relationships feel to be important, and also keeping the candle going, keeping the candle alight for any close relationships that are dwindling somehow, where the light is dimming in some relationships. And we will know those types of ones straight away. It might be a sibling or a child or a parent or a family member or a friend that we haven't connected with for a while. And maybe there's things going on for them, there's things going on for us. So distance and time has just continued to bridge that, create a gap there. So if you keep thinking of your family member or friend, or someone who you had a close relationship with, but you haven't talked to them for a while, and you've been thinking of them lately, then maybe Monday's a great day to rekindle that flame and get that connection going again. So it could be, again, with lovers, it could be with a distant relationship. It doesn't matter. It's the type of relationship. So this feeling is strong for Monday. So love, relationships, effort, seeing eye to eye, but also, and maybe key here, is rekindling the flame, the candle, the light that has maybe dimmed between you and another person. And if you find yourself saying, well, I'm waiting for the other person to reach out, then I may, if that was me, I'd maybe ask myself, why? Why do I feel I can't approach this person? Why do I feel like I have to wait for them? Do I have to wait for them? Can I be the one that steps up and says, hey, let's get together. Hey, let's have a conversation, or whatever the situation may be. And then Tuesday, the 19th of April, I feel like I've been here for ages, but it could be a sort of perceptive thing, because I've been unwell for several days now, and my energy levels have been sort of low or up and down. So I don't think I've actually really sat. I haven't sat and done this sort of thing for so long. So it feels like ages, but I'm thinking I haven't been here that long. So I don't know. But anyway, Tuesday, the 19th of April, we have card 22, Lotus Heart. And it says, Om Mantra, meditate, reconnect, and peace. So this is about peace of our heart, peace of mind, peace of heart. It's about reconnecting with our heart and what's really important to us moving forward. And, are these dramas, are these things that we've been stressing about, are these things that we've felt pressured by, are these things really that important? And I feel in some ways, some of us, for this week, and when I say this week, I'm now saying Wednesday to Tuesday, just to confuse us all. For this week, I feel we might be assessing things, assessing our priorities, the things that are stressing us out, the things that we feel pressured by, and maybe simplifying things now. If there's drama and stress and pressure in these situations, is this okay for us? Is this still okay for us if it's been happening for a while? And if it's not, we may have to make some serious decisions to simplify, get back to basics, to reconnect with what is truly, truly important. And are the stresses and the pressures and the dramas that are happening, are these important? Is this important to you in the grand scheme of things, of your life, your happiness, your peace? And if not, then I feel like some of us might be assessing these types of things this week to, choose to turn things off, to choose to not engage in conversations with people that just want to pick a fight. We may need to pick and choose things a little bit more this week for our own sanity and for our own peace. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So let's see how the week unfolds. So they are the cards for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pull a theme card in just a minute, but before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this connection, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So on Friday, that's this week, in 2 days, is my next card reading club. And I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be having a conversation about theme cards. So we'll be looking at theme cards, the importance of them, how to do it, how to interpret them. So theme cards are basically looking at the bigger picture of a week reading like this, or a 6-month reading, 12-month reading. It could be a question that you have, and then you look for a theme card that's going to give an overall theme or bigger picture to that answer to that question. These types of things. I'll be covering that on Friday. Card Reading Club. You can learn more on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. And also on Friday, later in the day, is my next online art class. And we're going to be having a conversation and creating a piece around the solar plexus chakra, which is our power center. So we're going to be exploring things like power, personal power, courage, strength, confidence, clarity, but also things like feeling powerless, feeling anxious, and things that take our power away. So it's going to be quite empowering, I would say. So that's on Friday too. Please have a look at my online art class at templeofbalance.com.au. If you want to learn more about these card decks, grab yourself a deck, or anything else that I do, please visit my website. So I'm shuffling the cards because I want to find the best card for the theme for this week ahead. So that's the theme from Wednesday the 13th of April through to Tuesday the 19th of April 2022. So the theme card will help us bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for this week ahead. So the best card for the theme is this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's this. What is it? It's card 35, the Owls. It says the power of observation. The power of observation. So, first of all, we've been encouraged, or we might find this week, that we're observing, watching, waiting, listening, stepping back and maybe just observing this week. Now, it doesn't mean we're probably going to do that all week, although this is the theme, so it's probably going to be predominant, we could say. But this card is not about no action. It reminds me of like the owls that sit in the tree or sit wherever, and they're just waiting for the right moment when their prey walks by, the mouse scurries past or whatever, and then that's the green light and down they dive. So why they don't have the green light and why they're not doing the dive or sleeping or whatever, they're just observing, they're waiting for the perfect moment for action. And this is what this week's about for us. We might find that we might feel on some level a sense of haste with something, but we might want to think of this theme card and remind ourselves that this is not the time to be hasty unless the green light's turned on, that this is the time now to observe. So to observe, to wait, to listen, to watch, to wait for the perfect moment when that green light turns on to take the action that needs to be taken. So we might not want to follow haste, depending on the situation, how we feel about it. But what we might want to do is observe, and when that green light turns on, when we get the go-ahead, then it's full steam ahead, it's go. In the meantime, we can observe, we can wait, and we can tend to other things that require our attention. So let's observe, let's wait, let's maybe tie up some loose ends or what have you while we are observing, and wait for that green light to turn on. Some of us have been waiting for the green light to turn on for many, many weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see if the green light turns on this week. But whether it does or not, let's just stay observant. Let's pay attention to how we feel. Let's listen. And let's trust in perfect timing that when that green light turns on, that will be the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity to take the action that we need to take. So thank you so much. I trust this resonates with you. You won't know until the week progresses, so please come back, connect to the recording throughout the week if you need to. Get your bearings later. Now I've switched up the days a bit. For me, I'll probably get my bearings around Saturday or Sunday, see how I'm going, sort of like a midweek sort of check-in. I will be back next Wednesday now. If you missed my announcement, please go back to the beginning of the video so I don't have to repeat it here. And I'll be back next Wednesday for the weekly guidance. Take care of yourself. Have a great week. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating. And thank you for connecting today.